Hi everyone, so this is my first in-process video that I've ever done, and I'm sitting here with a cup of coffee and just watching this unfold. I've already recorded it, so I'm just going to comment on things as I go along. I've made this sketch and I've scanned it into Illustrator, and I've just done a circle, and now I'm adding more anchor points to the circle, and I'm just dragging them around to create the shape of this little panda's body. Adjusting the handlebars and just moving the points around until I kind of like how it's looking. I'm actually using a pen and a tablet while I'm doing this, excuse me. And now I'm going over to get the smooth tool, but I realize I haven't selected the shapes. So select first, go over to the smooth tool. And this is just such a fantastic recent addition to Illustrator. So you can quickly and easily hone that lovely shape, get it nice and smooth. Now I'm creating a circle for the panda's head, and I actually really like that as is because it's giving him a little cheek there, so I'm going to leave it. Then I'm going to click, drag, and hold down the Alt key, and I'm just now going to do his muzzle. I need a few anchor points in there to do that. Oh, this coffee's good. Just pulling out to form his little nose there. If I could work out how to do subtitles on QuickTime, it'd be a lot easier than sitting here talking about this. But anyway, it's fun to watch. I'm just moving this so I can align it with the other shapes because I'm actually going to unite all these shapes to make them one object. So I'm just adjusting the handlebars on the anchor points. Give me a good shape. Just checking how everything's lining up. The other thing you could do, of course, is trace it just using your pen or your tablet. So just trace the shapes and then you can adjust them that way. I just find sometimes that manipulating a preset shape is a bit quicker and it's more easy to control. Doing things freehand can be a little bit wonky. So what I'm doing now, I'm selecting those shapes. I'm going over to the shape modes and I'm just uniting all of those shapes to create one. Using the smooth tool again here. And now I'm trying to unite these shapes, but accidentally it seems that the foot of the panda and his body are joined. I don't know how that happened, so I'm just going to ungroup them. And now I can select his leg and unite those two shapes. Here I'm going to use the pen tool. I just found this shape a little bit quirky and odd, and I'm just sort of dragging the shape around a bit quicker than doing it from a preset shape like a circle. Just adjusting his paw there. And I'm just doing his ears the same way, just with the pen tool. The pen tool's something that you need to spend a bit of time on to work out how it moves. And again, I've just dragged clicked and dragged that shape, holding down the Alt key, and made a duplicate. Adding some anchor points here and trying to form this eye shape. That's going to need a bit of smoothing. It's a really good new feature for Adobe Illustrator. Now I'm just making his eye. And I'm duplicating and pasting in place. So I'm Control C and then Control F, which pastes in place. I've made it smaller and filled it to make a pupil. Now, of course, I'd forgotten to make the eyeball to fill it with white, so I'm just doing that there. And I'm now filling in these shapes, and I'm just using the eyedropper tool, which is just literally press the letter I. And I'm sucking up that colour from his patch around his eye. Okay, here I'm trying to decide how to do his nose. I was going to pen draw it, but instead I've just duplicated his body shape. And then I've done Shift E for the eraser tool, and I'm erasing the top layer there, removing the rest of it, and I've now got an independent shape. I just find this a really quick and easy way to make shapes sometimes, especially if I want it to fit the outline of his body. So I wanted the nose and the body to be in the same position. Okay, I've just filled him with white, and then I've just taken it back a step so that it sits behind that eye patch. And now I'm just checking things over. Oh no, I'm not. I'm actually making an eyebrow just with the pen tool. And I don't want it to be as sort of a boxy line like that. So I'm just going up to the uniform, and I'm just going to select some different line shapes, see how it looks. And I like that one. Might just make it thicker and a little bigger. Oh, and I'm sending that ear back, by the way, randomly. And then here I'm just playing around with the placement of the eyebrow, because as you can see, it's, the position of the eyebrow is really, it changes the entire expression of whatever you're working on. So I'm trying to make him look a bit over it. And now I'm just tidying up. I'm going through, you remember when I joined those two shapes together? And now there's a little bit of a dip between the circle and the oval. So I'm just getting rid of those. I'm just pressing minus on the pen tool and just actually getting rid of those points, and it's smoothing it out. Moving the handles around to get a better flow. You could also use the smooth tool, which I'm about to do here. No, I don't want that. No. Got to make sure you've got your shape selected when you do the smooth tool. Just getting rid of that little pooch there too, that little indent with the minus sign. Fixing this up. I think it's just about done. Just fixing that little bit up there. Checking the colour of the outline. It's the same as the fill. Grouping him together. And I'm just going to place him on the final page. Work out how big he'll be. And I'll more than likely play with him a little bit. I wouldn't mind his bottom of his face being underneath the bee rather than on top of it. So I'll play with that a little bit more. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll do some more of them soon. See ya.